Greetings everyone, Nishinbad here. Hope you're having a fantastic day, and we are back with some more Clock Tower. So, I'm a little bit annoyed with myself. I had to look up how I needed to proceed with this next part, and again, I'm just a little bit annoyed because I wouldn't have figured this out. Truth be told, um, what we need to do is when we're back in the western wing room, the taxidermy room, trophy room, depending on I don't know, it goes by different names, I feel, in different sources. But there is a knife in the box that says it's full of junk. However, we can find it if we do a little thing, which I just need to come back over this way. And what we need to do, kind of, maybe intuitive, maybe counterintuitive, we need to turn the lights off. If we come over here, look, you can see it sparkling. It's a glimmering dagger. Why she was unable to see that dagger? Why she was unable to see the dagger when it's clearly glimmering? So, we have weird old zombie thing. So I need to open my inventory. And dagger. Eh! There's something shiny. It's a key. Bird's cage key. I am surprised I don't get an achievement for that. You get achievements for like everything else but that. That's weird. That's a question for the set makers. I suppose, like me, I didn't realise this was an inclusion in this version of this game. I honestly thought this one just played almost identically to the Super Nintendo version, just with slightly better looking visuals, I suppose, and that FMV cutscene at the start. Nope, they don't want to be in this room. It's the next room over. Yeah, it's funny because I can't even begin to tell you how. Oh, no, wrong room. But I can at least do this. Whilst I'm here, I'll set up this next part. What's that sound? Ka-chunk. Oh, it seems to go really far down. Alright, so now we can go this way. But yeah, when I first played the game, it kind of terrified me. I was being really slow with my exploration. I didn't run that much because I thought that making too much noise would sort of cause the Scissorman to spawn, or I didn't really understand how the game worked. I didn't realise that his appearances were scripted. So if we open up this cage, hey, Flight of the Raven. So bird will fly away. This is fine. This is all good. Me too. I want to run away as well. I mean, at this point, we could probably just get in the car and drive off. But I mean, then what we'd do, because we've witnessed... Actually, no, we've only witnessed one death. If you've witnessed two deaths, you get a slightly different ending when you leave by car. Instead of Scissorman being in the car, basically it says, Jennifer manages to escape. I think she's like in a hostel for a couple of days, and then one morning she's found dead in her bedroom. It sucks. There is no good ending of you fleeing the scene of the crime. But we should have done everything that we've needed to do for this now. So we should we should be well on our way to getting the best ending in the game. He says. Doggo. It's like a dog scratching it. Ah, no. I didn't want to do that. But that's what happens if you approach the dog. The dog gets you. At least there's no like penalty for there is no penalty to your ending if you've died any number of times. Because otherwise this would have been a deathless run. Actually, would it have been? No, wait, I did die, didn't I? No? Yeah, I did. I did against Scissorman in the courtyard. Never mind. Right. So I'm not going to use the square button because if I do that, then I will move. But can I do... Nah, I can use hammer myself. That sounds like a silly idea. Actually, it did look like I could have interacted sort of with the dog. Anyway, let's go see Lot, because she's going to be over here. Dead as a dodo. Why not dead as a dodo? Dying. Yeah, no matter what you do, like, Lot has to die. And that's probably the most disappointing thing, because what you would notice, I think it's Laura, because it was Anne who drowned in the pool, I think. We haven't seen Laura die, therefore she survived. It's a bit of a Schrodinger's cat situation, you know, if you know, if well, Schrodinger's cat, no, not quite. Either way, if you don't perceive someone dying, they haven't died. Now, there's a reason why I avoided one of the corridors in this game, because there's the corridor where you hear the scream, and if you look out the window, you see someone being flung out the window. Even hearing that scream means that that character has died. That only happens to one of the girls, and I can't remember if it was Anne or Laura, so I was hedging my bets, really, because obviously we saw one of them drown in the pool. But now we're back here, at the cradle under the star. And yes, you have to do this for like 6 of the endings. I think 6 of the endings take you to this point. And it's just like, oh, really? Oh, why is it running so slowly? Which means that you have to do this MASH section. So actually, yeah, you only have to encounter the Scissorman once in this entire game. Which is weird to think about. Because I always thought Clock Tower was a bit more, you were constantly, you know, you are given so many different options for hiding from him. And there's a whole bunch in the West Wing as well. There's just a whole bunch of places where you can hide from him. Yeah, I think we're fine. I think we're good. And then, boom! And we're setting you on fire, buddy. That's really not good at all. But yeah, in the original version, did I mention it? I can't remember if I mentioned it. I only recorded the other part of this like the other day, but there's this entire sequence where we see the little Ashen boy rise from his grave. This is not in the original version. This is unique to the PlayStation version because it goes on to explain who the Scissor Man is in one of the later games. I think because there are 4 Clock Tower games, but there's Clock Tower 2 and 3, and there's one with, I can't remember what it's got a weird title. But anyway, we go back into the lift. Now, we could go for we could go to floor 2. We're not going to. We're going to go back to floor 3. Because this, I think, is... Yeah, I believe this is... Oh, now I don't remember. Oh, did I want to do floor 2? Ah, but that's actually not good. Because I might have messed this up. Which is going to be really annoying if I have. But our friend is there. Our friend. So we should still get a slightly different ending. So that's good, but I might not get the ending that I wanted to get. Oh, it's going to be so annoying if that's the case. Laura's alive. Jennifer! It's you. I've prepper. There we go. The birds! So this is the reason why we saved the birds. Because we made bird friends. And the bird friends have murdered the murdered the villain. See, I couldn't remember if I got, well, as I said, that there are, because if I go into floor 2, it does a slightly different chase sequence, because you bump into Miss Mary on the 2nd floor. But Laura's alive! Yay! 2 of us survived the horror. All because we hadn't perceived her dying, but somehow she's up here on this floor. Alive? I don't know. I don't know why she's not dead. Absolute miracle, if you ask my opinion. And yet, it really doesn't change the ending all that much. So let's just fast forward through all this because, yeah. I'm a little bit annoyed. Where am I? I'm hoping the achievements pop after the credits. That's what I'm assuming will happen. Come on. This is where I found out I've lost connection to the server. And it's not going to work. Oh, there we go. So the blonde friend. Yeah. That's one of them. And then we've also got The Nightmare Ends, which I think is the one I wanted. So if I go to my ending list now. Yes, you will see up there, there is now an S. An ending S. This is the secret ending. Where we survive. Miss Mary dies, oh, they all get killed. The crows saved us. Now, I think the difference between ending S and ending A is the birds don't help you in ending S or in ending A, and one of your friends still survives. Obviously, ending B we got when Miss Mary is pushed into the clock tower's mechanisms that electrocuted her. C is when you go to floor 2. You encounter Miss Mary there, and she chases you up, and I can't remember how she dies on that one, truth be told. D, we got I got on my own time. Basically, if you manage to get to floor 2 and you don't know that Miss Mary is a villain, she will kill you. Basically, endings C and above are good endings. They're endings where you survive. Ending E, if I remember correctly, I think if you haven't discovered Miss Mary is the villain, get into the elevator, go to floor 3, you don't escape from the Scissor Man in the lift. And ending F, I think you get killed as soon as you enter the lift. It's all a bit weird. And obviously, oh yeah, ending G. I forgot about ending G. So ending G, after you've witnessed 2 of your friends die. Oh no, I mentioned that. Yeah, you witness 2 of your friends die. You drive away in the car, and it all kind of sounds like it's going to be a good ending, and then it's like, nope, everyone's dead, and you are, and Jennifer is murdered at some point. Anyway, right, that didn't take a huge amount of time, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can do whilst I'm here. Probably not. That's the annoying thing. So I think what we'll do is we're going to wrap things up relatively early then, which I think is fine. And I think next time I'm not going to worry about showing the other endings of Clock Tower. I think I've shown the special ending. I've shown 2 at least 3 of the endings I've shown, because I showed the first car one, and obviously we saw. If I set up getting like some of the other endings, I'll do that. I might show one of the other ones like very quickly. I don't really know. I haven't really thought about how I'm going to proceed. I mean, quite frankly, I'm quite happy just parking Clock Tower now and moving on to something a bit more appropriate for this time of the year for me. Now, I don't have. Unfortunately, I don't have all the things I need in place for it. I don't have all I don't have the special title cards or anything like that for it. But we're going to be playing some Nintendo games. I'm going to be playing Super Mario Brothers next, which should be a pretty good time. I mean, it's actually a game that I've never actually beaten the original NES version. I've beaten like various different versions of it: Game Boy Advance, All Stars, Game Boy Color, but I've never actually beaten the original NES version. So that should be. It will just be a nice, enjoyable time. Anyway, with that all said, I hope you've enjoyed yourselves. There'll be links to my socials in the description below. You can click on me right there to subscribe, and over there there'll be some other things that you can watch, and I look forward to seeing you when I next do for some Mario.